What's going on, everybody? Man, whoo, my people, what's going on, man? This is a crazy day, man. Crazy day. And you guys know I do my live streams every day. This is a tough one today. We gonna get into it, man. But first, I like to do roll call, man, for everybody that tunes in, man. I like to give you a moment right now. Reno Gillette, like to shout out to you, man. Appreciate it. Callum Monk, my dude, what's going on? That's a young buck right there, man. Joe, my man, Joe, appreciate you coming back through. Chelsea's World. All right, K2, what you know about that K2? Man, hopefully, man, you know, just that. I wish I could speak other languages, man, so I can pronounce these names correctly, man, but Justice, we'll say that. What is going on, man? Red Ghost, what's popping? I see you in here too. What's good? And you live right now, so I hope you ain't live doing what everybody else doing right now, but you know, regardless, man, we're gonna go ahead and talk, man. Mike Powers, yo, my dude, Mike Powers, what is good, man? It's good to see you here. So I'm just gonna get into it, man. I got a couple things to talk about, man. You guys know how I am, man. I got so much right now. So first, let me start, man, but this was a tough one. This was a tough one, man. I almost didn't do this live stream. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I thought about it, contemplated. I talked with my wife about it. It's like, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, you know, if you guys know what's going on around me right now, but I'm sure everybody's familiar with, you know, I'm not even going to say the name, but you know, the officer and the gentleman. Okay. And the reason I'm not going to say the name, because crazy stuff be getting pulled off YouTube for random reasons. They got things that trigger and bow. So I'm not even going to say the name of the individual, but you guys know what happened. Okay. And the officer and the individual passed away. Well, right now by me, they're currently out here running the streets. And they looting the stores over here. Okay, so I was kind of, you know, I'm on edge. I got family here. I got people around here. So it's something that you kind of just want to be alert and attentive to. But I said, you know what? You know, God got me. My team need me. Mo fam need me. I do these videos every Sunday. They used to it. Let's just go ahead and do the video, man. Everything will be fine. We all good. All right. So anyway, other than that, other big news. Okay, I got to mention 2,000 subs. We hit it. Now, I haven't even been actively trying to gain subs. So that's not something I just, you know, go out and just, hey, sub to my channel. I no longer do that. Haven't done that for a very long time. So that's just people seeing the content, loving the content that they see. So least I can do is just do these live streams and give back to you guys. One thing that was mentioned was starting the Discord server. I did not start that yet. That's my apologies, but rough week. Okay. And I'll go ahead and get into that more, but the Discord server is something I want to do because I want to be able to speak to you guys at all times. I have a way where I can just jump in. Somebody may be there. We can talk. It's much interaction as I can have with you guys for all the support that you show me. That's what I want to do. Okay. So, 2,000 subs was a huge accomplishment. You guys do not understand. I was doing contests. I have a 5,000 sub contest too, by the way. So if you haven't already checked that out or joined that contest, please do that. Okay. Because I want all you guys watching to go ahead and get a part. You might just win. Okay. But, I was doing contests when I believe I did a 100 subscriber contest. I did a 200 subscriber contest. I think I did a 500 subscriber contest, 1,000 subscriber. Like, I'm all about giving back, man. So this is a huge accomplishment regardless of, it's not done for me. I said when I started this that 10,000 subs is my goal. So it's not even a celebration for me. This is as much as I can give on that. Okay. So bam, let's go ahead and get into it, man. This is the good stuff. This is what all y'all been waiting for. So let me go ahead. I got notes here. Quick bullet points, man. That's the thing when you're going live. You just kind of flowing. You know what I mean? A lot of people get on live and you can't just, you got to have it. You got to have those things on the spot, man. So it's real rough. But also some other people, some shout out, man. Eclipse, I see you. Michael, my dog. I'm glad you stopped by, man. I really appreciate all you guys stopping by. I really appreciate it. But let's talk about SXOS 3.0, man. Really, because the word that's going around right now is that, you know, SXOS 3.0 has leaked. All right. Now, let's be honest. Who's surprised? I seen this coming a mile away, just even in the beta testing group. Okay. I just seen this coming. It was going to leak. Whoever leaked it it's bogus, man. You didn't have to leak it because, you know, we already figured what was going to happened, okay, which is we went through SXOS 3.0 and it seems like they have tried to lock it down to only use SXOS. Go figure, you know what I mean? I don't, that didn't even worry me too much. What, did kind of get strange there is that I actually have tested SXOS 3.0. You guys, I'm gonna speak more about the core video and the installation. This is the system, it is done. I don't even know if you guys can see it. Is it on? I think it's on right now. I have to cut it off and then cut it back on so you can see the lights on it when it boots up. But I did do that, okay? And I have a whole video that I actually was still editing. Should be done by tonight or tomorrow. I'm gonna post that video up. But there was a lot of things that I could not do within SXOS 3.0. I did log into it, okay, or load into it, excuse me. And once I loaded into it, the first thing I was saying was, hey, can I use overlays? Or, try to use overlays. I couldn't get overlays to work. It kind of froze on the Nintendo logo. When I also tried to load other CFWs, couldn't load any other CFW. I tried multiple ones. That was something else that was an issue. I couldn't load any of those. It was other payloads that I tried. I tried Hakate. I tried, a lot of different things. A lot of payloads did not work. So, maybe this is something that they wanted to do. And it is kind of forcing me, to be honest, to use SXOS primarily. I'm not mad about it because, I have the OG. If I want to use Atmosphere, if I want to use any other CFW, I can. I could go ahead and do that. But that was just something to me that I thought was, very like, man, they locked that down strong. So if anybody's wondering if it's locked down, I can tell you, in my opinion, it is. What I think is going to happen, though, is like, time will tell. Is everyone gets a hold of it, the community, different developers go through it, reverse engineer it, and then they have it working for other custom firmwares. The big issue I think comes into play for this is with the mod chip, because I can tell you firsthand, I installed the mod chip, tried to use older versions of SXOS. It did not work, okay? Didn't work at all. Just won't load because the mod chip is actually being handled by SXOS 3.0. It seems like you can't have the older versions and have it work. So that's something to note with SXOS 3.0. A big thing was probably just going ahead and getting it to work directly with the mod chip. And I think that's wonderful because then you can just go ahead and let's say you're on the fly, you're at an airport somewhere and I'm on my phone and I say, I download, SXOS 15,600, whatever version it is, right? And I download it and now I say, okay, I go ahead and bam, pop it in my SD card, pop it in my Nintendo Switch. Now, at this point, I can go ahead and have SXOS actually update the firmware for my mod chip. I think that's good versus what a lot of people were thinking with that micro USB slot and having to connect that to update the firmware. Seems like the firmware will be software updates and it can be directly from SXOS. So I thought that was a beautiful feature. And I mean, it works great. In my video, I will be going more into detail about how it looks and different features, creating a NAND, EmuNAND, different payloads. I go way deep into it in my video, and that's why my video is going to be a little bit longer. It's probably going to be about 20 minutes, I think. A little bit under 20 minutes when I estimated everything. And that's not including unboxings or I'm not doing any of that. That's just straight going through the installation, different things I want to point out, models and, all that. So nonetheless, that's SXOS 3.0. Now, something I want to go ahead and talk about here, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up, is as you can see, bam, it was something that was going all across Switch hacks, different, we could say all the different Reddit groups, GBA Tempt, everywhere was about SXOS 3.0 leaks. Now, one thing I want to speak on this, and I do want to go ahead and talk about it because this is kind of how the process went. And I don't even know how far I'm supposed to go on to talk about it, but I think we got to the point now where I can go ahead and speak on it. It leaked. Okay. I mean, everything's out there and I'm not even doing it. Okay. This is just information for me to talk about. So I think it's okay to talk about right now. I can tell you that when you go ahead and get SXOS 3.0, this is how the process went for me as a beta tester. You have to take a screenshot showing your system working. and you put your name there, and that's why you see a lot of different screenshots. People have their name and showing the system working. That was one of the stipulations you needed to do and actually present before you can have the boot.dat for SXOS 3.0 personally delivered to you. Okay, so what I'm thinking is it possible that each boot.dat that was given to one of the beta testers could have a specific code in there to be able to tell who specifically leaked it? That was pretty interesting, because it wasn't one thing. Okay, everybody got this individually, and it was not named boot.dat. Okay, it was named something like a long file name. Okay, so this is not something that I think, you know, and it's possible maybe everybody got the same file. Okay, maybe I'm overthinking this, but is that possible? And that's a way you can tell during a beta process. Okay, this guy leaked it. We know who was, you know, the person watching. And I'm sure there's always going to be spies and there's always going to be people watching, but that's just one of the things that, you know, I found very interesting. And hearing that this leaked, I'm thinking, well, if we do have it, can we find out who actually leaked it? Can we put, you know, put people on blast? I'm not here to do that, but nonetheless, I'm just saying that's kind of how it is. But that's very funny, I figured, just like the process and how they give it out. And it would be pretty easy to tell who leaked it if you do it like that. But this is the actual Twitter post. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and show that as well. But this is the actual Twitter post. As you can go ahead, if you click on here, they'll break it down and kind of go through everything, unpacking it. Okay, and you can look down if you, you know, I'm not sure, I'm not too familiar with code, but I think this is Python. I'm not too familiar with reading Python, but you can understand certain things. But they kind of unpacked it, went through everything and took a look at it. I'm not sure how much information this gives. I'm not sure if it gives people a ton of information to reverse engineer. I'm not sure if it really does anything at all. It's over my head. Okay, maybe you guys in the comments know that. But I can tell you is that whoever leaked it, that was bogus. Now, what if SXOS 3.0 is just a total screw up for all the older versions? What if it just bug out everything and it leaked out and everybody start downloading, everybody start putting it on their systems? You know, now that I said that, I might just go put it on my OG. Why not? You know what I mean? Just put it on there and see how it works. That's actually something I might do, but I don't know how it actually works with other systems. I do know there were certain bugs that were being worked on. So these bugs need to be addressed, and you know, who knows where this could go or who it can go to. So I just want to go ahead and speak on that with SXOS 3.0. I do got a bunch of topics here, guys. Like I said, I'm going to try to go through as much as I can. But SXOS 3.0 is being used by all beta testers. It's what we've been using to work with the mod chip. The mod chip will not work with any firmware under SXOS 3.0. So if you have a mod chip, you will not be able to run any older versions of firmware, as they do not support the mod chip. And I'm not sure if any firmwares or other people will be able to create firmwares to support the mod chip. I'm sure they will. I don't even know why I'm saying that. Everybody always if there's a will, there's a way. They'll make it work with the mod chip somehow. All right. So anywho, other than that, I do want to go ahead and spend a moment. You guys put questions down there, man, please, because I'm going to get questions out the way very shortly. Very, very, very shortly. I only got about 1 or 2 more things to talk about, and then I'm going straight to questions, all right? But I'm going to go ahead and show, bam, remember my Nintendo Switch Lite that I was sad about? That I was, that I said, Xmodder, can you work it out for me, okay? Xmodder did go ahead and get it back on, okay? He took the SX Lite off of it. I'm thinking about putting it back on. I don't know. No, let me stop though. But Xmodder, I definitely want to send you a shout out. As you guys see, Micro Gaming Repairs, his website. He does a lot of things. He's very into sound. I've seen a lot of different pictures of his audio setup. Man, great dude, just person to person. I don't usually say prefer, like, hey, go to Xmodder over this person. You know, there's people who can probably solder better. I'm sure there's people that can solder better than him, but there's people that are worse. So you know, I just go from person to person. If you have a good relation with me, I got a good relation with you. You MoFam. So Xmodder, thank you, man. I send a shout out to you, all MoFam. If you need anything repaired, any system, go check out my man Xmodder. Now, I do want to say he took my SX Lite off. He said he does not recommend I try to install it on there again. I'm telling you that I don't know, man. It's just so tempting. It's just there. And he asked me, he said, do you want me to keep these ribbons? Because I can keep you from doing it. I said, no, I want the ribbons because I want to do a video. I want to show the ribbons to show, knowing I'm going to try to install it. Man, why'd I do that? Okay, but I'm not. This system right here, I'm just going to get another Nintendo Switch, and I'm going to let this one be for my wonderful, beautiful baby girl. Shout out to all my kids, okay? The baby girl will probably enjoy the Switch because she just want to play Roblox and watch YouTube. And that's all you can do with the Switch Lite because I like to hook it up to the dock and have it on the TV. Can't hook it up to TV. Done for me, okay? So, anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and shout that out, man, for Xmon. So, let's go ahead. I'm gonna say one more quick thing, and I want to get into the questions. I'm sure you guys got questions. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about this SX Core installation video. I am working on it now. I have lined up everything, and the total time I think came out to about 18 minutes, so right under 20. This is including as far as you know, the versions. If you're installing a version 1 board or version 2. The soldering on there when I did it, how I did it, kind of my suggestions, things I recommend. And some of these things is very weird because they're totally against what other people have said. So I think it's very important to watch the video and watch all the videos. I always say watch every installation video. I'm one that I don't usually watch one installation video and go for that. I usually first watch a video and then I go to a guide and I read the guide and I usually follow the guide. But the video at least gives me an idea of what I'm preparing to see, and then I read the guide. So I got a different workflow about it, but I do have that entire video. I will be showing SXOS 3.0 on there. Also different things kind of with the payloads and like I mentioned about the overlay. So I'm going to be going over that. That will all be included in that video. So please stay in touch with that video. I'm trying to get it done tonight or tomorrow. As soon as the video is done, I'm immediately jumping over to the Discord server and doing that. Those are the two most important things right now that I got to get done. Okay, so let me go ahead and jump over and see what we talking about here. What we talking about? What's good, guys? What's good? Okay, so Dragon, what's going on? Boppy, The Rock, it's Mo Fam. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Okay, just looking here. See what we got. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna go through these. Okay, and we're gonna see if y'all got any questions in here. But so Callum Monk trying to cook some chicken legs and watch this. Yo, Callum Monk, man, you cooking chicken legs and watching my video. Much respect to you, man. Love, you know, and I ain't even gonna say, you know, I love chicken. But so people make clones, updates, etc. And Ninny, which I think is something that Nin, we know what we're talking about, can find out all vulnerabilities sooner. I agree with you there, K2. That's a good thing to point out. With the firmware being leaked, it can get into the hands of Nintendo, which then can patch up any security vulnerabilities. If this is a timing hack, they may change, you know, the clock position. I'm not sure what you do there, but there's something they may change to go ahead and make sure that no longer works. That's kind of a downside, I will say, of letting that firmware leak out. And whoever did it, like I said, man, it's bogus. But yeah, Nintendo's definitely, and I would say even if the firmware didn't leak, anyways, even if the firmware didn't leak, I already believe, guys, that Nintendo already is a step ahead of us. As much as we think we're just ahead of Nintendo, I think Nintendo is always ahead of the curve. They knew what the mod chip was going to do and the vulnerabilities of it the moment the word got out about it. That's just my thought, okay? I might be over-exaggerating here, but, you know, when you got money, you make things happen. Be careful what videos you upload, Nick. Nintendo isn't very friendly, and you are absolutely right. A lot of people are complaining about those videos. I was warned on the video, as well as another YouTuber I know. I have not been flagged for any copyright strikes. So that is a beautiful thing. In the entire time of my YouTube, never have I got one copyright strike. Never have I got any strike, period. So I just have no strikes, which is great. I did get a warning. Okay, so I got one warning recently, and multiple people got that warning, and I believe that was a Nintendo warning. Now, I did actually appeal it, had no information behind it, and the video didn't kind of make sense of why that video. Haven't heard anything back. That was over a month ago. All right, just to give you an idea of what YouTube, or maybe they got something going on, but YouTube, holla at me. I'm here. Okay, but you're right. Definitely watch what videos I'm uploading. I'm definitely looking at that. So, hey, Nick, what do you think about the current shortage of consoles on the market and possibility for a silent patched version 2. That is a good possibility. So first of all, I want to say the shortage of consoles. I can say I know Xmodder was one that actually went out and bought a console that day. So there are still consoles out there. I think the majority of retailers that have them don't even know they have them. So you have to go somewhere like where typically systems don't sell out often. Maybe a department store, or just some random mom and pop shop that sells them. If you can find places like that, you may be able to buy it at normal price and be able to still get it. And it's not a shortage. But I can tell you, majority of places you go, there is a shortage. You're not going to find one. I don't think there's going to be a silent patch version 2. That's just my thought. The Switch Pro is coming soon. That's the only reason I say that. Now, don't hold me to that, because I won't put anything with security past Nintendo. But it's just that so many consoles are already vulnerable to this. I just don't see the real benefit now of doing the silent version 2s when there's just so many out there. Okay, and I'm sure the next wave that are coming through are not going to be patched, which means they're probably going to be doing it on the next wave. So no, I just don't think so. That's my personal opinion, but let me guys shout out. Let me know what y'all think. Okay, but nice question, K2. I like that. Brandon Crabtree. Okay, Brandon, my man. The payloads have to be updated to work with the chip because of the way it boots, which is why older SXOS revisions as well as other CFWs don't work yet. That's a great analogy, great way to break it down for us, Brandon. Well, I really appreciate that. And yeah, I can confirm that I've already tested. I've said it earlier. I've already tested and also mentioned about the updating of the firmware for the chip through SXOS. So that is correct, sir. As long as I can get XCIs and NSPs, I'll be happy. And you know what? That's funny that you mentioned that, Callum. That's what a lot of people are probably going to be happy about. I'm going to be honest. A lot of people are probably not going to care about using other CFWs in the beginning. They're mainly going to care about XCIs, NSPs, and being able to use those. Me, myself, I'm a retro guy. I've always been a retro guy. I love being able to just play my old school games. I was playing Mario 64, the 60 frames per second one. Wonderful game. Recommend that for everybody. So I'm real retro, so I still play Nintendo games. I like playing even new eShop games that come out for Nintendo come out for Nintendo that are actually like old classics of other old gaming consoles. I love that. Okay. But let's get on to the next one. If you run an older system version with a newer SXOS, you would get a black screen. Now, and you're right about that, Joe, and it's funny because I actually had a black screen, but I wasn't dealing with that issue. So there were other black screen issues. I'm not sure what they were. Mine could have been I could have bridged something, to be honest. I'm not sure. But I can tell you there were other issues with black screen as well. But that is one of them I can confirm for you. Hey, Mr. Mofan, what's going on? How are you doing, my gaming dude? R-Dino, my man. R-Dino, what's going on with you, man? Good to see you here. Always been a faithful supporter. Been a faithful supporter of the channel for a long time. All you guys, I really appreciate that, man. It's been around for a long time. Kyle, what's going on, Kyle? Don't the patched switches have a red box? Damn, my man called it. So in my video, I'm going to go into that. I'm going to definitely go into the version 1, version 2, the different boxes, different ways you can tell, serial numbers, everything with that. But you are correct. It seems like the version 2s had a red box. It was just bright red. You can really tell the difference if you see the two together. But I'll be honest, if you don't see the box for a while and you see the version 2, you will mistake it for a version 1. Because I did for a second until I put them side by side. I'm like, oh, it's obvious. Okay, but I hope the next gen Switch will be Ryzen based. Imagine Ryzen plus APU. Man, you know what, man? Why not? Just put it in everything, man. Just put Ryzen in everything. But these, I'm not going to lie to you, these GPUs, these CPUs are going to get only more powerful, only become more cheaper. We will be having just equipment in our homes that'll be doing so much more. It's kind of a scary future when you think about it, man. That's that Elon Musk type stuff. Okay, we can get deep, but we ain't gonna get that deep yet. Okay, so my patch version 1 came with the same box as the original one. Okay, so the patch version 1, correct, I do believe comes in that same original box, but the version 2 definitely comes in a different box. So you still have to check the serial number, and that's where in my video I talk more about that. But let's say I heard the price is $28 now for resellers. Guys, can anyone confirm that? Is the price of an SX Core SX Lite $28 from resellers? From what I've seen, it's actually, I think it went up from what I've seen. I've seen like some $53 and some other ones. I think it's went higher. I'm not sure, but if it's $28, man, that's beautiful. You guys better go grab one now if that's the case. But Sade, I thank you for stopping by too. I've seen you over here before. Mo Beast, my man, Mo Beast back. Good to see you, my dude. Did you install the chip for version 2 Switch? How did it go? That seemed to be the question everybody asks, man. Here it is. I got the whole video coming. Okay, you'll see me soldering, so it's not like I don't want you to say you had somebody solder it for you. I'm literally in the video soldering the mod chip. So I don't want to hear anything, but you see the light blink? Green. Bam. Okay, so that's kind of it. I'm not going to go in more. Okay, we can just load it up, but it's going to load up normal. It's funny because I'm showing the picture here of Xmodder, which is on my screen right now. But that's kind of how it works. It's nothing special. You see, and it still load up. I don't want you to think it didn't load, because what people are gonna say is that, oh, for some reason you bricked it or you messed it up. Okay, so it loads. That's perfectly fine. And you guys seen the mod chip start to begin. All right. So I got a whole video for that. I'm definitely have all the things included. Trust me, I'm not leaving out anything in this, which means tips to install. The items, I know you guys said list the items. There are more items than I thought, and I want to make sure to get a detailed list with Amazon links. I have the detailed list. It is included in the video. I'll also be putting links. There'll be other screenshots that I have not been seen yet from other testers. There's just so much I have in this that it is going to take about 20 minutes. That's why it's about an 18-minute video, but it includes a lot of the other installation videos just go more into just the installation of it. I'm trying to cover a lot more than that. All right, man. So I appreciate all you guys. If you can just subscribe now, if you're not, and stay tuned for that video, man. It means a lot to me. I believe OS is $28. Okay, I can definitely believe that. SX OS, I believe, is $28. I can go with that. Mo Beast, that video is going to have some tips. And I promise you, some of these tips are like make or break for me. I mean, they really actually made the difference of the install. I think if I had included those tips when I did the Lite originally, I probably wouldn't have had the issue. A lot of you guys seen the Lite too, and you guys was like, hey, you can fix that. I didn't break the Lite, like just tore it up. I could have just easily taken everything apart, taken the chip off, and just cut it on and see if it worked. I didn't want to do that. I spoke with Xmodder, and I said, yo, just do this for me, because I already have another system and another chip I have to do. So it's just, and plus I got a family. I work a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So a lot of people don't understand that. So I'm very busy all the time. And I'm just trying to get as much free time as I can to bring you guys videos, information. I'm not getting paid yet, guys. I'm right there on the cusp, so I need you guys to work with me. I'm on the cusp from Super Chat and everything. This is really what I'm working for. I want 10,000 subs. I want to be able to have the Mo family grow with me. If other people have channels, you have videos, you have music, you have projects, I am here for you, and that's why we are family. I'm showcasing on my channel whether I had 100 subscribers or 200,000 subscribers. That is my definite passion. It always been since I started the channel. All right, so okay, I'm going to go eat this with my nephew. Enjoy the stream. Calamunk, holla at you. My cereal was a maybe patched for my Switch when checked. Tried SX OS, worked on it. Yo, that is a good one. Blaze 187. Johnny Blaze. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and call you. My man Blaze 187. I would say drop one of Clue's bombs, as they usually say. But I just want to say how important that is. A lot of people see that warning message when they're checking their serial numbers, and they automatically go, oh, it's not going to work. You have to try it. There are some that work. There are some that don't. It doesn't hurt. It is simple. It is a very simple thing to try. So if you can just try it and you find out it works, you just saved yourself tons of time, and you can enjoy what we enjoy in the OG family. Welcome to the club, Blaze 187. Woo! All right, welcome. So, all right, so let's see the next one. What went wrong in the first Lite install exactly? Is your system still fine? Dre V, appreciate you stopping by, and that's a good question, and I'm actually going to cover that in the video also, but let's go ahead and talk about it now. The SX Lite that I installed, I actually think was not a big issue. When I installed it the first time, I tried to turn it on. I got the Nintendo logo, then a black screen. I did not know that there were certain points, okay, which is the last point that I mainly need for power. I didn't even solder that point. That was my first mistake. I already know. I know that's my first mistake. But nonetheless, I go back at it. So I go back, and then at that point, I know I bridged something. Now, I think I bridged something on the resistors by the NVIDIA chip. That's just my guess, okay? Just by looking at the magnifying glass. And actually, at that time, I'm not even sure I had the magnifying glass at that time. I'm going to be honest with you, because I was working just straight naked eye at first, okay? Just roll with me. I'm just like this. Crazy, insane, cuckoo. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was going in just like this doing it. So I bridged the point. When I got the actual headset, I could look close and I could see, holy crap, you bridged the point. I was able to clean up a bit. But then the system, at that point, I could unhook everything as far as like the SX Lite. All right, I could unhook it. The ribbons are still on the board. I could turn it on. It would turn on as normal. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to try to solder again. So I tried to touch it up a bit, and I know I bridged something because it didn't turn back on. Now, I could have just took it off. I could have took everything off, and I'm sure it probably would have powered back on. I did not do that. I said, yo, Xmodder, I know you. You my dog. We've been talking a minute, man. You know, we've been rocking. Can you just go ahead and do me a solid on this one? And I do you a solid. That's how MoFam works. We help each other out. So, nope, no problem. Xmodder said, I got you. I paid for all shipping. Everything come both ways. Xmodder took his hard time, his hard work to go ahead and fix it. All right, so that's kind of what happened with the light. It is working now. Just to show again, that picture, this is a picture of it working. This is Xmodder actually showing the system working. He did say he just took off the ribbons and he was able to turn it on and it was fine. It was just probably needed to take off the ribbons. I'm sure I probably bridged something. He did not recommend me installing it again. Okay, he probably looked at it and was like, what the hell are you doing, Nick? But when you guys look at the other installation, or you guys actually seen the pictures of the light, a lot of people say that they don't even look bad. They actually look pretty good. They look like problems that you could have simply fixed. Whereas we see a lot of soldering jobs where the board is burned or they pulled up a pad, or no, this was nothing that could not be fixed that I did. So I have soldering experience, but I'm not a professional. I have very low soldering experience because I only experience it on my own equipment. I don't do it for a job. But for low experience, I did a pretty good job. I just simply did not continue going at it. So that was my fault. I could have kept going at it, but I had the core to do. And I did the core, worked fine. So, and you'll see how it looks, and it's beautiful. So I'll go more into that. But Dre V, appreciate that, man, and appreciate you stopping by. Moroccan Wonders. Okay, my man. Like you. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, bro, is the SX core easier than the SX Lite installation? Please advise. I can advise you right now. Hell to the yeah. Okay, it ain't even, it's night and day. The thing is that eMMC ribbon or that module that you have to install on the SX Lite is very small, man. It's very small. It makes the resistors for the other ribbon look very simple. It makes it like that's how small they are. These circles are very teeny tiny, and if you don't have any type of magnifying glass, you're going in with the naked eye. It's very hard. There are some I've heard who can do it without even, you know, wearing anything, but you know, there's some other people. All right, so let's go ahead. Don't worry, Nick, when the chip officially releases, I'm sure a lot of new people will come. I agree too, man. When the chip officially releases, I think we're going to start having the chip work with different firmwares. There might be other firmwares come up, who knows. All right, so Caliber, oh, Caliber, you guys, Caliber's been around a long time, man. Another person. So all you guys, man, I love you guys that come back, that been here for a while, man. It's overwhelming, man. Jonathan Oxley, have you tried LAN play on SXOS 3.0 and does it work? It's funny you said that, Jonathan, because I actually thought about what if I took these live streams and did a LAN play server, and I actually had all you guys just come into the LAN play server and we do this, and we could play games while we doing this. It's a good idea, right? You know, that's something I thought about. I haven't tested it on SXOS 3.0. There's a lot of testing I still have to do on SXOS 3.0. This switch also, by the way, is not mine. Okay, this is actually my nephew, so I am going to be returning it, but I'm doing some testing on it right now, and I let him know that I'm going to be testing. So after I test everything, I'm going to be returning the system. I have more mod chips, I have other consoles, so I'm not worried about that. This was more of a test, so he can go ahead and enjoy that. I'm sure he's going to put all the protective gear on it because you're going to need it, because the mod chip is right on the back of that metal plug, okay, or the metal case, excuse me. Okay, but I haven't tried it yet, Jonathan. That's something I will try for you. Major Pain, I came to bring the pain, hardcore to the brain. What's going on, Major Pain? Do you ever think there will be a way to boot without plugging into PC using the Auto RCM feature without the hard mod chip? Is it even a possibility someone could look at? I'm new to all this, by the way. That was probably such a noob question. I'm gonna be honest. It was a noob question. But we cool, because all questions are allowed here. Even noob questions. I have seen there are videos of people installing the SX Pro inside of their system. There are other people, I forgot the name, I'm just blanking out right now, the name of the mod chip, but other people probably know what I'm talking about, where you can actually have it installed to where you don't have to connect it to your PC each time. You can also use Android. There's SX Tools. I have a video for that. If you got your phone with you, you can use SX Tools. That's another thing you can use. It's a lot of things to be able to boot the Nintendo Switch, but if you want it actually hard modded into it, I suggest you get a mod to actually have it hard modded in, or you can do, I think there's a and somebody can link it here, please do, but there is actually something similar to the SX Pro where you can put any payload into it, and you can put multiple payloads, and you can actually hit a switch and choose which payload you want to load. So that might be good for you if you're wanting to load SXOS, Atmosphere, other custom firmwares. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm just going through. What's the big difference with SXOS 3.0 and the beta I'm using right now? Mo, the only big difference I'm going to tell you is that 3.0, I would say it's more locked down because it's mainly handling the mod chip, and I haven't seen it work with any other custom firmware yet. I will try some other things, but everything I tried was just no. I got Atmosphere, purple screen. Everything else, black screen. It just did not work. Even when I tried to add overlays in, I actually placed them in the right location, which is the SXOS titles folder. I get to the Nintendo logo and then it freezes. It doesn't load. So it won't let me push through overlays. So there's a lot of things that I'm testing with it still, but really haven't been able to get much working on it. It seems very locked down to SXOS, all right? Trinket, my man Jonathan, that's what I was thinking. I was blanking out there, the Trinket. Look up Trinket, man, okay? That's what we're going to go ahead and look into. So look up Trinket. And that's for my man, Major Pain. I came to bring the pain. My man, Major Pain. Okay, look up Trinket. That's something you might want to look into. Okay, that was at Mo Beast. My bad, I almost shouted out K2, but thank you for that. Mod 2 version 2. Light support, basically nothing more. That's the honest truth. It's pretty much nothing more. Okay, DRM side, no new features like XCI used to be. That's kind of how it feels. It's like taking a step back in the past. It's like when SXOS first dropped and all you were doing was getting your XCIs and you were just loading XCIs, and you could see the sound of my voice. It just sounds so boring and so lame because we want to run other CFWs, okay? But I understand for them. They wanted to run Team Executor. I still use RetroArch. I was playing some old school games, okay? That's my jam, all right? I was still able to use cheats, okay? All the cheats still worked. So I was fine with using my cheats. I'm a guy that loves cheats, okay? If you guys don't love cheats, hey, I play one-player games, and I have so many that I like to play that I need cheats to run through them. I can't sit here and play a game 120 hours. I need cheats. Give me 20 hours. All right, that makes sense? Okay, so other than that, this seems like the end of the comments, man. It's not too much more, man. I'm trying to think of what else to cover, but we've been here long enough, man. I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. It's your boy, Nick Moses 05, guys. Stay tuned for the video, which I'm trying to do tonight. I'm going to continue editing. Hopefully, I can get it finished tonight. If not tonight, and I see their Caliber, drop me a link here on Instagram, Caliber. I see you, okay? I see everybody. Yeah, everybody be hitting me up, too. I got you. Oh, Caliber. Oh, my dude. About time. So, Caliber, don't worry. On my video, I'll do that just for you, man. All right, okay, so that's just what you know. But other than that, it's your boy Nick Moses 05. Stay tuned for the video. We out.